Hi everyone. Hey Das. How
Good
are you?
morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. It's a beautiful day here in New Mexico. The wind has finally stopped, so it's sunny. It's amazing. Weather is such a good force of energy, isn't it? When it's sunny, that sun is just amazing. Warms the heart. How
I,
about you, Dee?
I
How you
think
doing?
the same thing. It's like the more you can find a way to get outside,
Yeah,
the
totally.
better it is. And it doesn't matter what the weather is, as long as you've got the right clothes on,
That's true.
you're
That's
okay.
true.
If
Yeah.
you're hot, something cool. If you're cold, something warm. And then you
Yeah.
can experience what's going on around you,
And the rain definitely, I have to say, is exhilarating. I find the rain very cleansing. So yeah. So get out there and feel the weather.
It's an event in California when it rains. We're like, oh, it's
Oh,
raining.
talk about New Mexico as well. Yeah. I get it. I relate. Okay, Das. So hi everyone. Welcome again. This is like week 4, I believe. This is our second week of talking four times. Oh, hang on. That's 8. 4. um we this is our second week, however, focusing on the depression, mental illness, and suicide awareness. Guys, just before we start, I'd like to remind you there's disclaimer down below. Please check it out, just so we're all covered and you know where we're coming from, down, up. And then also if you like this, please subscribe, share, and like. We love that. Just grow this family, grow this channel, grow the people who come along, because it gets to feed, this channel then gets to be fed to a lot more people out on YouTube. Also, just remember to have a bit of fun when we're together. We're all meant to be here to have a bit of fun. It's meant to be, even though these are heavy topics, we're trying to keep things as authentic as possible, but with light and love. It's really the best way to get through anything that's sort of challenging. Darcy and I have a good rapport like that. We can giggle about the darkest things, really, which is really helpful, because we know that even though we're serious, our heart is gold and true. That the lifting up, we can find rescue in each other, and finding humor in things is always good.
Right.
Saving grace, don't you say, Das?
I would say so. Sense of humor is like super duper important. Whether you're looking for the irony or you just, you chuckle your way through it. It breaks the trance.
Yeah.
When you're in the place of, oh no, oh, muck and mire, when you can find that little bit of laughter, that laughter, it breaks it up. It breaks the trance or the loop thinking enough for you to perhaps go on a different path. So laughter is super, super important.
I like what you said there, Das, the trance. Sorry, my cat's just meowing too. But I like that. It does break the trance. I never sort of saw that kick into depression. It is a trance, isn't it? It's like you
Yeah.
are.
I mean, we're in a trance all day, every day, short trances throughout the day where we loop into putting ourselves into a trance like, oh my God, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. That's a trance, right? Or,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this construction's happening outside my house and it's really, really upsetting me. Well, I'm getting into a trance of focusing on that thing that's upsetting me, ooh, that's a
Yes.
trance. And so, we do it all day. We go, oh, I'm fat, or oh, I'm tired, or oh, I'm sick, or um, so these are all trances, and in order to break those trances, so that we can start thinking on a new path is
Mm,
what's important. Those are all self-created trances that
yeah.
we give to ourselves, that perspective that just continues.
Yeah.
So by saying something like, you know, of course there's construction outside when I want to be recording my session. Of course there is. And allowing myself to laugh about it, or I get to go outside and sit down and have breakfast outside. Why are there ants all over my umbrella? Okay, maybe those ants want me to take a moment to be present, because I can just start, getting all crazy about the ants, or I can go, wow, how did they get there? Why
Yeah.
are they there? Maybe I could eat over here and watch them, or whatever. being aware and breaking our own trance so that we don't have a trance of anger or a trance of fear or a trance of self-loathing. You know, those are all trances.
Yeah, and we actually gave you two really good ways to break trances, didn't we, Das, to begin with? That going outside,
Going
checking out
outside.
weather, Mother Nature can heal just that. That's an amazing way to break the trance, and humor. So hang on to those two, guys. 2 bonus points for you. Okay. Now, guys, this week I remember to do the breath work. Yay! We're just going to start with a little bit of breath work, and we will end with Darcy's amazing meditation at the end. So hang in there. It's all worth it for that meditation, I swear. Darcy, the reason I wanted to do breath work is I think breath work is an incredible modality of healing. Life, nothing is consistent in life, is it? Except what are we born with? The only thing that comes with us and we finish with is our breath. It's the only thing in our life that is consistent. Wow. Not only is breath our life force, it is our best friend, it gives us energy. But if we can use breathing techniques, which I got into when I was really in my midst of my depression, or actually a tool to get myself out of depression, I should say. I found it's just such a stress release. It changed my pH levels. I found my heart rate would slow down. I found that I was so connected internally. Of course, you've got the monkey mind that jumps around, bounces, but when you allow that to just accept it and really focus in on the breathing every time the monkey mind would go away, would start, use that to come back into yourself, and magic happens. And if you do a good quality, 25 to, you can do up to 75-minute sessions. Wow. I mean, you can transport yourself into another dimension. That may sound a little radical, guys, and we're not going to do a 75-minute session today. We're just going to do a 5-minute, like, just to relax our body, warm us up. Darcy and I can get a little relaxed and get a little connected, get a little grounded as well. Right. I just think this healing modality is it's so accessible. I mean, we breathe everywhere. And if you have some of the techniques, there are quite a few different techniques out there. Anytime you feel tension or stress, it's another tool to help you help yourself break that trance, as Darcy was saying before. Yeah. Yes, my love. So, yeah, she has a hand raised.
I have a question. Do you do breath work for private clients ever? I mean, like, yes, can people contact you and do a breathwork session with you ever?
Yeah. Thank you. That's a nice question, Darcy. Yeah, I do. Actually, if you go to my website, Awaken Positive Power, under the services offered, it's got tarot readings, Pilates classes, meditation, and breathwork sessions. I do them as groups, or which you can come on YouTube or Zoom. And then, of course, there's an individual, and you can actually fill out a form there and send me an email, and then I'll get back to you. And it's sort of done that way. At this stage, it's not one-on-one personally because of our situation. Right. But we don't need that. You can have, I had an amazing session, a hypnotherapy session with Darcy once online, and it was just amazing. We can work this, and we're all learning to adapt, aren't we? We have to. It's the way the world is right now. So, but if anyone's interested, please reach out. It's just an amazing, I don't know, it's sort of freed my body, mind, and spirit, but also allowed it to connect and feel the power I have within. Like, sort of made me see that I have control over my own well-being. And the breath, I found, when someone told me the only thing that comes in with us and leaves with us is breathing, I was like, holy moly, that should be my best friend. Like, that really should love. Thank you, breath. Thank you. And then I've been fortunate enough to go to lots of breathwork classes. And then I got trained in breathwork with Wim Hof, who did the ice breathing technique where he went into the ice water. Excuse me for 1 second. My cat's in a little bit of a spaz and he just had a little vomit. Can we just pause this for 1 second? Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. Everything's okay, but we do really need breath work now. We really do. A tool to break the trance, I tell you. I'm about to slip into a trance. Okay, my love. So what we're going to do is let's just get comfortable in our seat. You can always stand if you like, or lie down if you like. Make sure that you are comfortable. That's the main thing. So you can be in whatever position you really like to be in. Okay. Let's close your eyes if you want to. If you don't want to close your eyes, you can look down to Mother Earth. Just get your mind, body, and spirit connected within, and take some deep breaths to begin with. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Just getting grounded, feeling the sensations in your body. How are you feeling today? Deep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. As you deep breathe, imagine there is a golden light in your solar plexus, around your stomach area, around the center of strength within your body. And as you breathe in, feel that light expand. As you exhale, exhale that golden light, filling your surroundings with love and light. Breathing in gold, love, light, and exhale gold, love, light. So we are now surrounded by love and light, warmth, and we are internally surrounded by love and light and warmth. Relaxing your body, paying attention to how you're feeling. And you are perfectly imperfect for today. So however you're feeling is perfect. Honor that. As you deep breathing, I'll go through the exercise we're about to start. We're going to do a square breath today. So what that is we'll inhale for 4 counts, then we'll hold for 4 counts, and then we'll exhale for 4 counts, and then we hold for 4 counts. We'll do that for 5 rounds, and then at the last round, we'll take a deep breath in, then we'll exhale all that air, and we'll hold on empty, that empty breath. You'll find that you'll be able to hold your breath a little longer than usual. Just anytime you need to take a deep breath in, please do, and we'll take that deep breath in up to the top, and we'll hold it there. I will take you through this, of course, as we go. So just continue that deep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feeling that warm light, you are protected, you are loved, you are surrounded by light and love as well. So exhale all your air. We're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, by the way, guys. And here we go. So we breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3. Now take a really deep breath in up to the top, all the breath in. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale all that air really slowly. When you get to no air, just hold. Hold on empty. You have everything you need right now. Relax the body, relax the mind. Anytime you need to take a deep breath in, do, but just see how comfortable you can sit on empty, that middle breath. You have all the oxygen you need. You have everything you need. You are calm. You are loved. You are filled with light. Find that peace within you. Whenever you're ready, take a deep breath in all the way up the top and hold there. Feel that difference in your body. You may feel a little tingle in your head, a little tingle in your body. Mind, spirit, embrace what's going on. You are creating this energy in your body, this life force is surging through your body. When you're ready to exhale, exhale slowly, releasing any tension, relaxing into your body, deep breathing, getting back in touch with that golden light, filling yourself up with that light, inhaling it and exhaling it. And peace. Namaste, guys. Thank you. How do you feel, Das?
Lovely. Really nice.
Felt you relaxed. I feel very grounded just watching you. That's great. Oh. So guys, that's a little bit of a taste for breathwork. There are lots of techniques out there that we can do. I do suggest one thing, however, if you are breath holding and you're just beginning, be really careful. You don't want to like pass out. It's not about passing out or like bursting your blood vessels up the top, up the other end. And that's, I may be laughing, but it's very serious in terms of taking care of your body, mind, and spirit. As soon as you feel any resistance, listen, that's your body saying, So you need to listen to your body, connecting that mind, body, and spirit. And that's when you start your normal breathing again. Each time you'll notice as you begin to practice breath work that you'll be able to hold that breath. That breath hold will be extended a little bit more each time. It can get up to like 2 minutes with some people. It's pretty amazing. But I hope you enjoyed that little bit of taste.
Oh, I really liked it. And I have to say, like when you were on empty, when we went to empty, I could only be there for a while. But so I just let my breath go easy in and out, easy while you were talking, because I could not hold empty for very, very long. But I know what you mean, because you do have enough oxygen if you really understand it, that when we hold our breath, it actually enhances the circulation of oxygen throughout the body, because the body really needs to do that.
Definitely.
But I had to listen to my body and realize, okay, I can't hold it on empty for too terribly long.
Exactly.
But it did, when I did allow myself to take air in, it was very gentle. It was very gentle. I felt like my body was very relaxed and receptive. I wasn't gulping air or panicked at all. I was nice and easy and relaxed. And that I really appreciate. Really, really appreciate.
Yeah, and guys, sorry, Das. I think also with the breath holds, I mean, that was like a under 5 minutes of breath thing. And what we would tend to do would be doing that round, that square breath a lot longer. And then we do some deep breathing. There'd be a sort of much more of a setup to do the breath hold. I was just introducing. So if you find that you weren't able to hold, don't feel like, oh my God, I couldn't do it. There is no couldn't anyway, but it was a really tight example of breath work. So be not dissuaded, and as I said, be mindful. Darcy was listening to her body and she was able to still go along with the exercise, but take care of her own, internal, whatever her body was saying. So that's so important. Don't push anything.
Really like that. I really, really like that. I was okay, good. This takes us right to the next conversation. I was dealing with allergic issues in my body today. Now, I don't normally have allergies, but this season in particular, I've discovered that I'm having allergy symptoms. That's the word we want to listen to for just a second. Allergy symptoms. So I have to say that your breath work seems to have mitigated those allergic symptoms.
It's magic. It's magic. I swear to you.
It is, because we don't take the time to breathe deeply. I mean, we think we are. I gotta go. Right? But we're really holding on to so much. So when we really focus the way you just had us focus, and relaxing the body with the breath and allowing that oxygen and our body to do what it knows how to do, the body can release its grasping and clinging, which is a lot of what allergies can potentially be. I'm not going to say completely, and that's the great thing about the hypnosis, the restorative hypnosis that I do. It allows the body to completely, relax physically, emotionally, mentally, etc., so that it can breathe and do what it knows how to do. So thank you for that, because I'm not having the allergic blah blah.
Wow, that's awesome. And we have a live proof is in the pudding. I mean, seriously, it is such a healer though. Stress release, allergies, it does so many magical things. I'll go a little bit more each week into detail about some other things it can do physiologically, but you know, they'll just give you a little taste. Maybe
I'm
you
going
can
to
come
practice this week. I'm going to practice. I really like that. Thank you.
No
So
problem.
one of the things I just wanted to mention before we get into talking about our depression, and I do have a question for you about depression, but I was thinking about, and I've thought about this for a long time. This is something I've been thinking about for a long time. Is our word usage when we talk about illnesses or difficulties, we have a tendency to use the words I am and I have. And I really, really encourage people that I work with to get rid of the I am or that I have. Instead of me saying, I have allergies or I am allergic, if I was my own client, I would suggest they say, I am dealing with allergies, or I am dealing with this illness. I am dealing with an allergic reaction so that I can heal from it. So instead of taking ownership of I have allergies or I have this illness or I have depression or I am depressed, I feel those ownership phrases, I have depression or I am depressed, it's like we're owning it and holding on to it. And I feel like if I can say, I'm dealing with depression, I'm dealing with situations that are making me feel big, huge feelings I don't know how to deal with, but I'm dealing with it. It gives you a sense of power inside of yourself to say, I am dealing with it.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I have it.
Yeah.
And now this is who I am because I have it and I am this. I am sick with this issue, or I have this issue. I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with it. It's an active word. It's an active perspective. And then the next step is I'm dealing with it so I can heal from it. Because I feel like we are, you know, and I say this with trepidation, but I feel like we are given circumstances to deal with so we can heal from it. And spiritually speaking, I feel like as we individually deal and heal, we put that energy into the world to perhaps collectively deal and heal. So our individual suffering, in a lot of ways, if we acknowledge the suffering as spiritual, as active, and embrace it so we can let it go, I feel that energetically we're allowing that to happen in our world around us. When we hold on to it, when we claim it, I think energetically we do that as well to the world around us. You know, and grasping and clinging and holding on is what we're witnessing in the world right now. You know, fear and victimization and all these things, and then we start holding on to that as well. We say, oh, I'm sick, I am hurting, I have. So I really like the term dealing. I like to deal with my issues. Whether I can or not is something totally different. Whether I know how to deal with the issue, that's when I find a practitioner. Wow, I'm really dealing with some serious depression. I need somebody to come in and help me deal with this because I can't deal on my own. But as I deal with it with a practitioner, that helps me heal from it. So anyway, that's a semantic thing I really like to work with. We have these terminologies in our language that sometimes I think are so limiting. One of my other big pet peeves is for pregnancy when we call it contractions. I hate that. Contractions. contractions. What a word. Yeah, we're supposed to be opening our body so it can push the baby through and out. And what do we say? Oh, she's contracting. Oh, she has a contraction. And so, yeah, our whole body's going to go into contraction. So I liked changing the word to birth surge.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Birth surge. I wish I knew this one. I was in the middle of it.
Does.
Yeah, gonna really help. That was an interesting experience, but
I was actually there with Darcy's birth too, so that's why I
yeah.
can joke about it. So yeah.
What a journey. Thank you, Jemima, for hanging in there. Right.
72 hours, guys. 72 hours later. A bit more than that, wasn't it? Like 78 or something. My gosh.
You know,
long journey for Darcy.
I think I was on a different planet.
Yeah. Master and I can tell her about it. Her husband and I can tell her about it. Anyway.
A lot of details in my brain. But the concept, I think, of birth surge, oh, how is your birth surge? Makes more sense with what the body is doing. It's all surging together to move in a direction, as opposed to contraction.
Yeah.
Says it's stopping, right? It's just like, so I do like to listen to what language we're using throughout our discussions. And I do this a lot with clients too. I have to listen to where are they stopping their own progress. I can't, I don't, I have, I am, I want, but, so anyway, that's one of my favorite ones.
Puts a stopper on so many things. Like it's a hindrance. You already create a negative boundary for yourself. It entraps you without even knowing. I mean, it's just, we're educated. That's what we sort of know. There's the language we're brought into. So we're not even kind of aware of it until you become sort of awake with it. But yeah, it's like until someone points it out, like we don't realize how powerful our mental calculation of words is. And that I am, it hinders us from developing into or letting things go, etc., etc. I mean, it's like observing. You don't want to be the depression. You want to observe the depression, so then you can heal. Like you don't. If you are it, then it's so hard to get out of it. But if you can see that you're in it, that depression is not you. It is a part of you. It is something you're going through, but it's not who you are. It doesn't make up the essence of who you are. So if you can observe it and not feel like that is your label again, another thing, then it sort of allows you room already to breathe, to maybe open your mind and go, or open your heart, or whatever you may need to be open to that stage to start your healing, reaching out to someone, whatever it may be. Yeah, really, really good point, Darcy. Really, really good point. Pick me up on it. I bet you'll pick me up on it quite a few times when we start talking, because it'll be unconscious. Yeah, I mean, we all do it, don't we? But it's amazing. Like, so go beep every time I do it. Go beep, but don't time, and we just lose the conversation. Forget about it. We'll get the gist.
We'll get it. Yeah. So I always walk around going, I'm dealing with and healing from. Dealing with and healing from.
Okay, I like that.
That's my new phrase. I'm dealing with and healing from. Beautiful. So that I don't have to own it. I don't want to own any allergies. I don't want to own any illnesses. I don't want to own any, negative frames of mind. I understand dealing with negative frames of mind. I deal with it all the time. Yeah. And I work through it. And if I can't work through it myself, I call other people, other practitioners, other people to help me work through it. So Jemima, Jemima, can you feel when a bout of depression is coming up in your awareness? Can you feel when that's happening? Does it have like a start? Does it begin to move through you slowly until you realize you're in the midst of it? Or does it just bang upon you? Does like one thing set it off? Or do you carry it with you continuously?
That's or really
all the above.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question, because I think only recently would I now trust myself to listen to my instincts in regards to how I'm about to fall into a depression. I think before my suicide attempt in 2019, I didn't trust my intuition enough, myself enough, because I was using drugs and because I was in a traumatic situation in my life, that it was tainting my own self-awareness. So I would kind of go, no, it's fine. And then suddenly, boom, I smash bang down in the darkest, deep depths of hell, sort of thing, that stuff where you just go, you can't, you don't know what to do. But since then, I have been really aware of it. And now I'm also clean, and I've worked really hard at healing and working that would never happen again. That not the depression, but that whole coming to the point of being in the dark depths and not feeling, and coming to a suicide attempt. So what I feel like is, yeah, there is a process to it now. It comes in slowly, it creeps in slowly. I would say personally, I think it's going to be different for everyone. But for me, I find my body, I'm very in tune with my body now. I find my body will get heavy. It feels a bit like I'm premenstrual. Sorry, gentlemen, but you may not understand that. But we all go through those monthly mood swings, male or female. Come on, we're all human. So I really feel like it feels that sort of like, and I may be getting my period. That could be a catalyst to it, because I do get very emotional. My hormones go up and down. So I've got to be wary of that sort of time too. So I also take note. Is this a time where I might be extra sensitive? Then I also notice the colors change. Everything gets quite dark. If I'm in the mountains, which I am right now, there's nothing beautiful about it. Like the other day, I started to feel like the mountains got scary, and I was like going, oh, here I go. And I looked up and I was going, oh my word, I want to go to bed and hide under the covers because they're not beautiful today. It's scary and the wind's fierce, and oh my God. But I was aware. It's that sort of thing of nothing around you becomes, you can't see the beauty in things. It becomes a different color, different slant, different feeling. And this is me being consciously aware. So this is hard because it's now I'm really working at doing that. But I'm sure if I look back at all the other times I've fallen into depression, which I've been suffering from depression since I was about 12, that I look back and I see the same sort of pattern. My body, then my mind goes, and then I withdraw a lot, and then I'll get into a deep pit. What I feel like I skip that point, withdrawing, and then it seems to just boom, like I fall into the depression. I can't seem to, that withdraw into the depths is something I'm going to be really conscious of, what happens in that time before I can't capture myself. But I did the other day. I captured myself and I was aware of it. I went, wow, this is it. This is where I could fall. This is where the colors changed. This is where the mountains were no longer beautiful. I was threatened by them. And I thought, okay, this is, and I breathed. I did use some tools to get myself back to my grounding force. Looked at the mountains again and went, Mother Nature is healing. Like, what is real? Like, work out what's real. Wrote some things down. What is real? What is not? And try to meditate, do lots of different tools that I've worked with. But not until now, Darcy, do I see the process of it, and can I capture and catch both, catch it. But it's a tough one. It's such an individual thing too. I mean, some people might just, so for me,
there's a whole different thing. I mean, then I feel like, like for me with my depression, I carry it with me all the time. I'm really good at compartmentalizing, right? So I can say, oh, I'm feeling this, I'm going to put it over here right now because I have to do all these other things.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I'm feeling this, I'll deal with it later, I'll put it over there. And so, because I have to do all these things, so I have a tendency to, put things away so I can do things, and then all of a sudden, something will trigger me. And it's like, somebody will say something or do something, or a circumstance will happen. It'll trigger. It's almost like somebody's come by and unlocked all those boxes where I've shoved everything aside, and it all comes forward. And I sit there and go, all right, here I am. Whoomp. Right. So yeah. I mean, yes, it is all an individual thing. And I just wanted to talk about that there is no singular face of depression. There is no, I would say, specific pattern, that it's unique. to the individual. It really is unique. And the idea of beginning to recognize it. So for me, I have to recognize when I'm compartmentalizing. I have to recognize that I'm on a path of achievement. And I got to get this done, this done, this done, this done, this done, this done, all these things, and then I'll deal with myself later. Right.
Yeah.
And so I will have months where my meditation practice is great. My prayer practice is great. And maybe my exercise practice is great. Right. And then my shadow self sneaks in and goes, go to the bar and have a scotch and soda. What are you doing? Just blow that off for a minute, And so my shadow self will sneak up. Oh, and isn't this interesting? Right when I said that is when my back started itching.
Shadow on your back. Yep.
Yes, yeah, monkey on my back about my shadow self. So yeah, just to notice, okay, Darcy, you're compartmentalizing again. Yeah. Let's just breathe and let's go and do some meditation on how are we feeling today? Yeah. How are you feeling today is really important.
One thing I find myself a little anxious about, because I'm very new in my recovery, is that when I was in my suicide attempt in 2019, because I was a drug addict for a really severe one for 7 years beforehand. I had to keep going. I was faking it. Like I had to just keep going. So I didn't even know. I wasn't aware of a bit like compartmentalizing, but because I had to, no one could know I was on drugs, had to remain professional, had to keep going for the sake of my rent, had to keep going for the sake of my sanity, had to keep going for the sake. Right. It was then that's why the bucket fell. The hole in the bucket. Fell through the hole in the bucket.
Right.
But now I'm like going, okay, so when my depression, if it comes back, because it's natural, it will. If I'm a depression sufferer, I'm prepared. I'm not going to be happy for the rest of my life. There's going to be something.
Dialogue just for a second.
Oh, what did I say?
When my depression comes back, isn't that you? When depression
comes back and says hello to me, hello depression. Yeah, I mean, it'll be a different experience. I guess that's what I'm still like, and I don't want to be nervous about it or like expecting it or waiting for it or anything, but I'm still at that trust phase with myself where because I didn't trust myself for so long, that now I feel empowered with my self-awareness, but I'm still got that old habit of mistrusting, and I hope that I don't miss that link, that loop, that moment where I go, oh, the mountains look ugly today. Okay, let's take a breath. Let's get grounded. The mountains can never look ugly, So, right. And I guess I did that the other day, but that was just, maybe I did. Maybe I really did. Maybe that could have been the start of a really deep depression, but I don't know. Anyway, but it's just such a confusing, debilitating thing sometimes that, I don't really know. I don't know. I just lost my word. I'm just feeling it. I'm like sitting with it now. It's right. Sorry guys.
Well, that's because she used to be an actress, and so right, we bring up, no, I'm not kidding, we bring up your imagination, you tap into it with a sense memory, right? You go, oh, let me think about that. And then you start to feel it as you think about it. So yeah, your sense memory of really understanding it. I mean, we all have the ability to use sense memory. We all do. It's really a part of everybody's psyche because we only remember things through our senses. We don't remember them in any other form. We remember through our senses. We're either experiencing a memory as a sight or a sound, a smell, a feeling, right? And then the thoughts go around that. So when we discuss past hurts, we experience it through our senses. And that's why a lot of times it can come up in the body ooh, viscerally, you know, you're like, oh, let me talk about my past depression. And then, you know, we said and then we are owning it, and then we're feeling it and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so I understand why it would suddenly create that response in you right now.
One thing I think that's really helped me since coming out of my most recent dark days was that it's okay. I know it's really hard to hear this, guys, if you are feeling depressed, but
Yes.
maybe it could help you a little bit, because the best thing is to sit with it, go through the process. And usually through the hardest times, I'm sure we all know this, the most biggest, greatest awareness is, and lessons and life turning events and things come. We are become so much more aware from the difficulties we've survived. But if we can sit, this too shall pass. I know that's the last thing you may want to hear, but it does. It will, and it does. And even sitting there with it when you feel that you're at your end, the process of the inner strength will get you, will find you. But just being able to allow yourself, rather than fighting it, I shouldn't feel this, I don't feel this, society doesn't accept this, I can't talk to anyone, I'm wrong, this is feeling bad. It's that dialogue, isn't it, Darcy? It's that dialogue that's already hindering you. It's like you're forced to, something's wrong with it. And it's not wrong, it's how you're feeling, it's where you're at. And to be with it and allow yourself and hold yourself and go, I feel like shit right now. I feel, and that's okay. Like, and hold and be. No one else has to understand it. You need to process your own stuff, but allow yourself permission, beautiful, loving permission to feel that misery, to feel that deep, dark ache in your heart. And this too shall pass eventually. And if not, as Darcy said, reach to people if you can. And if not, get your cat or find a book or something, go for that walk, have something that tries to break that trance. But it's okay where you're at to feel it. Allow yourself to feel it, go through the process. And then you probably understand yourself a lot more at the end. But
Yeah, I think that's the big issue, is that in just society in general doesn't allow people their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
We think that feelings are bad. I used to joke that we live in the age of cool. You know, like something's coming up that, oh, you got a new job, and you go, are you excited? Well, we'll see. I guess, right? My friend just got a new job, and I said to her, oh, are you excited? It starts, and she goes, well, we'll see. I said, you're excited. Admit it. Go ahead, be excited. Okay. You know, and she's like, well, I'm so afraid I'll get there. The job won't happen. I'll be disappointed, or it won't continue. I'm like, well, who cares? Who cares? At the moment, be excited and enjoy the feeling of something new.
Yeah.
You can't project to the unforeseen and allow I mean, you can, but don't allow yourself to project to the unforeseen so that you don't enjoy this moment. But that,
Especially with that negative talk, you're kind of manifesting it to not happen. Like, the more you go, no, I'm scared, it's not the universe goes, oh, hang on, that's a not, oh, we may as well take it back from them. Like, exactly. And then you messed yourself up. Oh my God. I find myself constantly saying, I didn't mean to say that, universe, I'm sorry. You know, and hoping, oh no, I didn't do it. But it's amazing, that dialogue. And it's just, let's celebrate. I mean, if you've got it, if you didn't have it to begin with, but you get it, then you're going to be the same without it anyway. So what's the difference? Like, why don't we get pumped up and go?
Yeah, we don't allow people to walk around and say, I feel sad today.
Yes.
I feel sad today.
Yes.
Or I'm really angry. Mm-hmm. I'm really angry. I'm angry at you. But really, we're just holding, who knows where that anger is coming from. It could be coming from your circumstances that might have been absolutely horrifying. Well, then you absolutely deserve to feel angry. Yeah. You deserve your feelings.
Totally.
Your feelings are yours. So if somebody has hurt you, deeply, deeply hurt you, or abandoned you, you're absolutely entitled to feel angry and sad and hurt. There is no one.
Yes, here.
Right? But the point is how to feel, how to let ourselves feel, so that we don't end up suppressing or depressing and then having it show up later and becoming overwhelming, and then turn us into that shadow self is the thing. Yeah, so to embrace those big feelings is the trick. That's the trick.
Huge conversation.
Yeah.
Us, why can we continue this next week? Let's have a meditation now. But before we go, guys, we're going to have a couple of guests coming soon. Next week we might have a guest for just talking about their own survival with their depression, because we like to have people, everyday people like you and I, Darcy and I, come along and talk. I mean, we're all survivors, and we all deserve to have some. We've all got a voice. We should have a platform to speak our truth and anything that can help each other. It's just, I love this situation. Anyway, and what else? That's about it. Oh yeah, also one thing though I didn't mention before, if anyone knows of anyone or needs help, there is that 1-800 suicide number. Please, you can remain anonymous if you like. If you know of anyone, or you just need to offload, or feel like you don't want to talk to anyone but you do, that's the best place to call. I'm not laughing at that situation. I'm just, once again, that's how I deal with my own insecurities, guys. So you'll notice that if you don't know me, you'll notice I giggle quite a lot. But it is, please, 1-800 suicide. It is there for you at any time. Go for it. Okay, my loves, and we'll pass it over to you, Darcy. Yay!
Woo! Conversation,
guys.
Jemima. Thank you so much for this. It's really wonderful to talk about it. So let's do just a little grounding now. We'll do a little grounding meditation, get in our body, so we can have the rest of our weekend really present. Okay. And since we were talking about Mother Nature, let's use a little bit of that right now. It's springtime in our hemisphere, so let's embrace that. So just sit with your back nice and straight if you can. You're welcome to lie down if you're at home watching, with your legs up, knees up type, or if you are sitting, have a nice straight back so that we'll stay present with our meditation. Closing your eyes. Place all your attention on the tip of your nose. Feel the cool air going in through your nose and the warm air coming out through your nose. And again, the cool air comes in through your nose and the warm air comes out through your nose. Easily and effortlessly, allowing the breath to come in and go out. Come in and go out. The way the sounds come in and go out. The sounds come in and go out. And now allow your awareness to go to your body. Notice the temperature of the room on your exposed skin. Notice your clothes on your body, what's tight and what's loose. Notice your jewelry, your shoes, glasses, your hair. Notice the way your body is sitting in the chair or lying on the floor. Just notice it. Feeling that breath continue to come in gently and go out gently. In and out. And here's a thought. Notice your body in the chair and know that the chair is supporting your body. Or if you are lying on the floor, notice that the floor is supporting your body. And know that the house or the apartment or the space where you are is supporting the floor. Notice that the ground is supporting the house. Notice that the earth is supporting the ground. Notice that the orbit is supporting the earth. Notice that the universe is supporting the orbit. And notice now that the universe is supporting you. You are, in essence, supported by the universe. And you are safe. And you are supported. And you are loved. And now let's take just a moment to breathe with that idea. To breathe with that idea. And we're going to come back into the room now, feeling safe and supported by the universe, by our friends, and by the world around us. And I think we also, my little dog in the background.
Gotta love it. Safe and supported and loved. That's what I feel right now. Thank you, Darcy.
You're welcome.
Guys, I hope you feel the same. We love you. Come again next week. Thank you, Darcy. You're amazing.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Great weekend, everyone. Woohoo! Bye. Take care.